Welcome to the channel. My name is Has Thrift, and today I'll be showcasing gameplay from Backrooms TCG, which is currently the only solitaire trading card game on the market, and it's a lot of fun. I'll be using the lobby level starter deck, which you can find on the website, and I modified the deck a little bit to take out some hallways in order to make it a little more difficult. If you haven't seen my previous video, I recommend watching it first because I talk about more of the mechanics and what each phase is, but I'll do my best to cover it here as well. So before I get started, I just wanted to showcase some of the cards that you could win on a monthly basis when you join the Discord. Every month there is a winner that was originally chosen by the most active participant in the Discord, but they're changing the rules a little bit. So if you're interested in seeing how you could win cards or other things, please click on the link in the bio to join the Discord. And the videos don't do it justice, but these hollows are really cool. And I think this doll-faced jack-o'-lantern is one of my favorite. These are custom slabs done by Gear Snakes, which is the creator. But you can grade your cards currently through Beckett. The first round is called the no-clip round. So if you're familiar with kind of the Backrooms lore, or if you watched the Backrooms videos online, you know that in order to enter the Backrooms, people usually no-clip into it. So this is kind of simulating that, is your initial jump into the room. So when you no-clip into it, it's kind of a random look into the Backrooms. You could have rooms, you could have entities, you could have items. So the first thing I'm gonna do is engage this friendly entity, the Death Moth. And when you engage Death Moth, if your sanity is not at 20 already, you're gonna add 2. And you're gonna look through the pull pile for an item and add it to your inventory. So I pulled the electric tennis ball. The rest of these plus the Death Moth is going to be shuffled back into your deck. And now, since there's no other entities to engage, I'm going to continue to my movement round. So I'm going to move the hallway, and whenever you move a card, in terms of rooms, you're going to do what's on the card. So I'm going to take 3 from the pull pile. I'm going to add 3 to my sanity if it's not at 20 already. And then I have 2 movement points to use, which I'm going to use from my deck in hand. And you can go clockwise or counterclockwise. Since another Death Moth appeared and it's a new round, I can re-engage one. And since Boom Shrooms was sitting on top, I don't have to shuffle my pull pile, except for the Death Moth. Since there's no other entities on the board, I'm going to continue to explore the Backrooms. And when you're first starting out, it's a good idea to kind of travel through rooms that build up your pull pile, or build up your deck in hand from your pull pile. Because when you're engaging entities throughout the game, they might be taken from this, and if you run out of deck in hand, you lose. So when an entity is shown, you don't have to engage it. If you choose not to, it's called like running. So you can kind of pretend like you're exploring the Backrooms and there are entities surrounding you. For this game, I'm getting a little lucky. A lot of my pulls from the pull pile are rooms, so I'm able to freely explore the Backrooms without much problems. I'm going to choose to pick up an item called Liquid Paint. Now I have 3 items in my inventory, and you can have up to 4. So I'm going to continue running. And probably next round I'm going to engage one of these facelings just to free up my movement a little bit and to see if I can loot a Painite gem. Alright, so now my inventory is full. Let's see, I'm going to choose to engage this faceling. So whenever you engage an entity, especially if it's unfriendly, you're going to do the card count score, the CCS. So you're going to take 1 from your deck in hand and mix it into your pull pile. The deck in hand I like to think of as like your life, and then you also have your sanity. So for Faceling, you do -4 to the sanity, and he has 2 health. So I can choose one of my items to attack it with, and I'm going to choose Liquid Pain because it has 2 attack damage. And then since he has the gem symbol and he was defeated, I'm going to flip my Painite gem. And you can use, like I said, you can use any double-sided coin. And since it didn't land on heads, nothing happens and you continue. So I'm going to continue running. So the void is permanent, which means you can't cover it, you can't move it. It's kind of like a black hole in the backrooms. And it says that choose one item from your inventory or the field of play to be sucked into the void and placed in the discard pile. So I don't have any items from the field of play, so I have to choose one of these to destroy. And I'm gonna get rid of Electric Tennis Ball because it only has 1 damage, whereas Boom Shrooms has 3 and Liquid Pain has 2. But for this round, I'm gonna engage in another Death Moth, which allows me to search, and I got lucky and picked up another tennis ball. Let's continue running. I'm gonna add 3 to my sanity, which I might have forgot to do last time. And I have 2 movement points to use. Since you can't cover the void, I believe your card kind of gets sucked up. So if you have 2 movement points to use, your first card you don't choose and your second card you play. But I'll confirm those rules and talk about it if they're different. Luckily I have a lot of hallways, so I can continue to build up my deck in hand and as well as my sanity. So even though I had 19 sanity and the card says to do +3, 20 is your max. Again, I'm going to engage Death Moth to look for another item. Almond water. Four from the pull pile into the deck in hand, +2 to sanity if it's not a 20 already. And here's where I was able to do 2 movement points, but on either side of me, I had either an unfriendly entity or a permanent, so my second movement point just gets forfeited. I don't pull from it, and I don't discard it. Inventory is full, so I can't pick up this electric tennis ball. So I could cover the tennis ball, but I don't really want to. So I can't go here. You can't go across from your current position. And I don't want to go here because I would have to cover a tennis ball here. So the only one I can choose is the destroyed hall, which is kind of tricky because it does -6 to your sanity. Because you're kind of traveling through this destroyed place and you're not really sure what's going on. So 1 from the pull pile, -6 to sanity, but you do have 2 movement points to use, which is nice. So here's where I'm kind of stuck. I believe you can pick up an item. You just have to discard one of your items from your inventory. So that would be an option. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to engage one of these entities, and I'm going to choose Smiler. One, because I can defeat it. I also have the ability to loot a Painite gem, but it's not across from the void. So opening up this spot doesn't really help me. Whereas if I'm opening up this spot by defeating the Smiler, I can move this over here. So he does 1 from your deck in hand into your pull pile. -4 to your sanity. And he has 2 health. So I'm going to choose to take him out. I can hit him with some liquid pain. And now that he's defeated, I can flip my gem once again. And this time I was successful. So now that I have my gem, I just have to explore the backrooms more to find the golden stairs and escape. So since I was able to free up this position, I can move there. +1 to sanity. And sanity is getting pretty low, so you want to keep an eye on that. And since this is an unfriendly entity, my only movement point has to cover this item. So now I have a free position in my inventory. I'm allowed to pick up another item on the board and continue exploring to find the golden stairs. And I'm going to choose to engage Smiler once again. So 1 from your deck in hand, -4 to sanity. And he has 2 life. So the only thing that I can use to destroy it currently is Boom Shrooms, which does 3 attack. And since I already have the gem, I don't need to flip again. So since my inventory opened up, I'm allowed to take Boom Shrooms. The last video I got really lucky, and my last card in my deck in hand was the golden stairs, so let's see if that happens again. So what I'll have to do is deck out. So I'll explain it and then I might just skip the video so you don't have to watch me do it all. But we'll see. So you keep your current room. You take all of the cards from the field of play. And if I do this incorrectly, I'll figure it out and I'll update the comments to show. You keep your deck in hand. You keep your inventory, and you keep the room that you're in. Then from your starting room, you'll deal out another 7 cards. So this is your new look at the back rooms after you redeal from decking out. So your pull pile is back up, but your sanity stays the same. So since it's so low, I'm going to try to build it up a little bit by traveling through rooms that have a positive impact on my sanity. So once again, I have my gem. I'm just looking for the golden stairs without having to deal with too many entities, which might be a problem. So I'm thinking ahead a little bit, and I'm planning on moving the destroyed hall up, which might be a mistake because I only have 10 sanity, but let's see what happens. I want to be able to use my 2 movement points, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to engage Smiler. -4 here. And he has 2 health. So I'm going to pull out the big guns and do Boom Shrooms, which does 3 damage to take him out. And I guess I didn't account for the -4 damage here, so I only have 6 left. So I won't be able to use Destroyed Hall. So the only option I have is Corner. So now I'm covered with, or I guess surrounded by unfriendly entities. My only option is to engage one of them. Gotta keep an eye on my sanity here. So Lost Agent is the only one, well, one of the lowest sanity reducing cards, so I'll choose him. He also only has 1 health, which makes it easy for me to take him out with one of my tennis balls. And now, luckily, there's a hallway here, and I'm free to travel through that. So since there's 2 movement points, I'm only allowed to use one of them, since there are unfriendly entities on either side. So I'm gonna have to be strategic about where I place it. When I first started playing the Backrooms, playing all these rooms without engaging any entities originally felt kind of tedious, but after watching the Backrooms videos on YouTube, it kind of made me appreciate it a little bit more. It's kind of simulating you running through the Backrooms, trying to find your way out, and you keep getting lost throughout these different passages. So I actually really enjoy how the gameplay feels. It might not be for everybody, but that's okay. And there we go. As long as the Golden Stairs has the ability to move across from itself, you can escape. And there you have it. So thanks again for watching my videos. I appreciate any support that I can get. Once again, please feel free to join the Backrooms TCG Discord and visit their website if you're interested in purchasing any play mats, any decks, and they also have monthly promos. Once again, thanks for watching, and I look forward to making more videos.